Okay, to start making a Giacometti sculpture, you're going to start with 2 pieces of wire. One is longer than the other, so I'm going to take the longer one. And you're going to roll the ends to make little feet or hands, and also to protect yourself so that you do not get scratched. The ends can be sharp, so we're going to fold. And now I'm going to find the middle of this wire and fold it in half. The best you can, doesn't really matter if it's not quite in the middle. And then you're going to create the head. So about 2-3 inches, and then I'm just going to twist. So that's a good size head. And I'm just going to twist, holding tight. Either here I can twist the head, or I can hold the head and twist the legs. And I'm going to keep twisting until I come to a good size leg, and this would be my body. So I think I'll do that. I think they've got a good amount of legs. I want longer legs than the body. So now I'm going to take the other one and do the same thing with the ends to make the little hands, or just to protect myself from getting scratched. And again, I'm going to find the middle. And the arms come out right by your shoulders, which is right by your neck. They do not come out of your body, or your waist. So make sure you're up here, and you're going to tightly hold these tight and twist. I'm just going to push one of them around the neck and try to get it tight and secure. This is tricky to get these tight. So if you need help, I can come around and get it tight and secure for you, and then you can continue wrapping to make the arms shorter. So I'm going to go ahead and keep wrapping to make them a little bit shorter. And once you've got your arms the size that you like, the proportion that you like, I think that's probably pretty good for my guy. Then you're going to get your piece of wood and attach it. Make sure your name is on the back with Sharpie. And you need masking tape. So I'm going to rip. You want pretty long pieces, 4 or 5 inches long. And I'm going to create a foot. So I'm going to take the longer leg and just bend it, because that's going to be my foot. Now you need to think, do I want both feet touching the wood? Do I want just, here, let me try to angle this a little bit. Oop. Do I want both feet touching the wood? Or do I want just one foot so that he's doing some kind of yoga pose or a ballerina move? I think I'm just going to do one foot. So now to secure this, trying to see the best angle here. To secure this foot, you want the tape nice and tight and strong. And you're going to need a lot of crisscrossing tape. So I'm going to put this one this way, really push down to secure the tape. You also want to come up the ankle a little bit to really kind of secure. I'm just going to wrap this. That's probably pretty good. I'm going to do the same ankle wrap on this side. So wrap up here, but bring the tape this way. This has to be really strong and sturdy, because we're going to be using plaster, and that can get very heavy. Now I want to kind of secure those pieces of tape, make sure they are strong and sturdy as well. I think this looks pretty good. Now for the tin foil. I'm going to bring this up a little bit. You want to start your tin foil, well, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to start the base. This one has tin foil on the wood. You don't have to do it on the wood, but you certainly can to help build up form. The tin foil is to help create form. Oh, I already had pieces ripped. And you don't need ginormous pieces, so I'm going to rip it in half. That might even be still too big. I'm going to rip that in half. And I'm just going to start wrapping the leg. The tin foil will not stay unless you overlap it with more tin foil. So now I'm going to work up the leg. Let me come down a little bit here. You're going to start working up the leg, but I have to overlap this tin foil, otherwise it won't quite stay. So I'm just going to slowly wrap it. And wherever the tin foil kind of lands, that's where it's going to be. So that wound up having a lot at the bottom, and that's okay. If you want this to be skinnier, you can squish it skinnier, but right now I'm going to try to keep it a little bit loose. Just to help. So I'm starting wrapping a little bit here, and now I'm going to wrap the leg. And then just give it a little squeeze. You don't want it to be too skinny yet. I mean, you can always go back later and make it skinnier if you want. But you can't beef it back up unless you add more tin foil. And you're going to continue going all the way around, overlapping. Raise it up a little bit. I'm going to come under here and just do this leg. And keep going all the way up your body. Now the head, you don't want to make the head flat. So I don't want to see like a flat head. I would like you to try to get it rounded. So that might mean you need definitely more tin foil. But the way that I would do this is crunch up one side to kind of like have it puffy. Put that on the head. And then the rest of this can help wrap it on. So I've got one puffy side of the head. I might want to do this side. So I'll get another piece, fairly big, crush and kind of make this like a little bulbous kind of shape. And then stick it on this side of the head and wrap it around. And again, I'm not smashing it down because I want the form of a round head. Okay? Have fun!